We have another rational expression. They're getting a little more unpleasant. What I have here is called a complex fraction, and I think that makes sense. What I'm going to do is first do the subtraction that's called for in the numerator. In order to do so, though, I have to come up with a least common denominator for those two fractions. And that least common denominator, of course, will be x plus h times x. So I'm going to keep that in mind, working now exclusively with the numerator. Excuse me for the moment, I'm not going to mess with the denominator. I'm thinking now, let's figure out what this numerator looks like. Okay, I got this fraction, and I need to build it up to have this denominator. What's missing in the denominator? A factor of x. So far, so good. I haven't changed the value of the fraction. I've just given it a more desirable denominator. This subtraction. Again, I need this denominator, so I must multiply top and bottom by x plus h. And now we're ready to actually do the subtraction because we have two fractions that have the same denominator. When I put them together, of course, the denominator will be x plus h times x. The numerator from here, I have an x minus 1 times this. Here you have to keep in mind that the division bar is a grouping symbol. So I'm subtracting all of it. Okay, now we can do some reducing. I have an x minus an x. So my numerator now, remember I'm still dealing only with the numerator, is minus h over this. Okay, now I'm finally ready to do the division. I'm going to be dividing this numerator by h. So my problem boils down to this one. Divided by h. Of course, when we work with fractions and we divide, we turn it into a multiplication as soon as possible, and now's the time. I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal of h. In other words, multiply by 1 over h. And simplify, yeah, h cancels. What I have as my answer is minus 1 over and although it may not look a good deal simpler than this original expression, we no longer have fractions inside of fractions. So this is the final form when we simplify this expression.